Companies in every industry today are looking to unlock the value of big data to deepen customer relationships, boost operational efficiency, and outmaneuver their competitors. Imagine being able to bring all the data relevant to your business, whether it is big or small, external or internal, and using new technologies to access, analyze, and extract insights from an increasing number of data sources. This is the new paradigm of business today. The world of aviation is fast evolving, labor and capital intensive, hyper-competitive, and highly susceptible to business and economic cycles. Within this is the commercial airline industry, and it is one of the most diverse, dynamic, and complex industries in the world. Airlines have been critical in the globalization of our world, and it has developed the world economy into what it is today. Yet profitability for airlines continues to be razor thin despite the increase in revenues over the years. And with rising fuel prices, operational costs, and maintenance costs, there's a growing need to increase profitability in order to sustain this all-important industry. It is now clearer than ever that being able to leverage big data is the key difference between successful airlines and those that are struggling to prosper in this hyper-competitive environment. Your airline must now be able to forecast weather patterns, predict customer demand, and monitor flight performance in order to minimize costs, maximize revenues, and remain competitive. Smart analytics is what will drive your company forward, and being able to leverage all the data available to you is what will make King Airways profitable again. Predictive analytics has revolutionized how the airline industry operates. Pricing is one of the most prevalent challenges in the industry. If tickets are too cheap, then it cuts further into the already razor-thin margins, and if priced too high, then flights will be flying half full. Most passengers are now looking for the cheapest flight to get to where they want to go, and with so many tools at their disposal such as Google Flights, Expedia, Travelocity, and others, it is imperative ticket prices are set appropriately to maximize revenue. When People Express Airlines took the initiative to analyze previous demand for a given route, it allowed them to determine the lowest price they could profitably offer to their customers, and they made all their tickets available at that price and became known as the budget carrier. On the other hand, American Airlines was the first to invest in a centralized booking experience, which allowed their management team to analyze the demand in different segments and predict demands going forward. So while People Express offered the same low price for all its customers, American Airlines was able to offer only steep discounts for some of their seats, which may have otherwise gone unsold, and maintain the high, regular price for vacationers and business travelers. By dynamically changing the ticket prices in real time, they were able to generate much higher profits and remain as a strong competitor in the industry, while People Express eventually found themselves struggling with debt and were later absorbed with Continental Air. Predictive analytics has allowed airlines to dynamically respond to changes in demand. When demand is low, prices are low, and when demand is high, prices are as well. Predictive analytics also helps to reduce sunk costs. An empty seat is an airline's biggest sunk cost, and analytics allows an airline to offer deep discounts to at least recover some of the cost. And even still, there is a lot more to analytics than just this. Weather, unfortunately, is an uncontrollable aspect of the industry, and because of that, being able to accurately forecast weather patterns is absolutely essential. Delays and cancellations are two of the most impactful events airlines deal with, and they can cause significant losses. Weather is the leading cause of delays and cancellations, and they have massive snowball effects because a delay in one region has negative impacts on the arrival and departure times for other regions. Imagine your passengers are waiting to board a plane in Vancouver to fly to Hong Kong, but the plane they're waiting for is starting its journey in Toronto, but because of so many winter conditions, that flight has been cancelled. So even if the weather conditions are perfectly clear in Vancouver, the cancellation means that there's no plane available to fly your passengers to Hong Kong, meaning unhappy customers and lost revenue. Big data now allows airlines to analyze real-time weather information and forecast future weather patterns, allowing them to manage their routes better, plan fuel loads, and make the necessary changes to their flight schedules before delays or cancellations occur. By rerouting other flights, you can minimize delays, save fuel, and provide the quality of service your passengers expect. Predictive analytics is also impacting how airlines maintain their aircraft. In recent years, new technologies have been developed that enable the real-time collection of flight performance data. Every single one of your flights creates 20 terabytes of data every hour on over 300,000 different parameters, and yet none of this information is being utilized. Your competitors are able to take this data and using predictive analytics, predict when maintenance is needed and ensure that downtime is kept at a minimum. Being able to leverage this data has resulted in significantly reduced unplanned downtime and in turn has prevented delays and grounded flights. For every hour your aircraft aren't operating, your company is losing money. It is clear predictive analytics has been game-changing for the airline industry. By being able to dynamically adjust prices, predict weather, and prepare for maintenance, airlines have the ability to boost their profit by reducing unnecessary costs and maximizing revenue. However, there's still much more potential for big data in the industry. Outside of predictive analytics, the future of analytics is building a 360-degree view of your customers. Conducting sentiment analysis on social media will be the next big thing for airlines, and with the introduction of Hadoop, this has been made possible. Imagine being able to completely understand your customers and being able to meet their every expectation, providing them with exactly the services they want. Customer satisfaction is the next target for analytics in the airline industry, and this will be the future of retaining and growing your customer base while avoiding costly customer defections. Many challenges await when you take your first steps into airline analytics, but luckily all the necessary information is already available. By following the footsteps of your major competitors like American Airlines, Qantas, and Cathay Pacific, King Airways will also be able to leverage big data and once again become a prime competitor in the industry. But to grab that competitive advantage, King Airways must get a head start on improving the customer experience. The biggest challenge in sentiment analysis is organizing the unstructured data in a way that can be easily analyzed. But once a solution has been found, it can be applied to all future data as well. When looking for the solution, it is imperative to remember that the benefits must outweigh the costs, and to support that, your company must only focus on the essential information. Unstructured data is, as it says, unstructured, and most of it is probably not very useful. Resources must be properly allocated to analyze what is useful, and not what isn't. Beyond this, your employees must be properly trained and have the experience to properly conduct airline analytics, and that is why we, Analytics, are here to help.